The Bob TV Network presents, broadcasting live from the greatest city in the world, New York City. It's the Bobby Brown Show. And now here's your host, Bobby Brown.
Before we get started, I want to thank you guys for rocking with me for all these years, and especially for the tried and true. A lot of you guys who do watch every now and then, you may be unsubscribed, so you want to go double check to make sure you still subscribe. What I also would like for you to do is hit the like button. Whether you like this video or not, I need that like button. It's the most important thing you can do with this channel and with this show, because it helps the algorithm gravitate more people toward the show to hear the content. And secondly, the views expressed on this show is my views alone. Anybody else's views are their views. It doesn't mean that I agree with them. We have to get back to this where we can dialogue and still not agree with other people's views, but we don't have to hate each other. I remember back in the day when I was coming up, they will always say before a talk show or anything come up, the views expressed on this show are not necessarily our views. In other words, it was open to have other viewpoints on the show. People like Phil Donahue and other people like that, they had different viewpoints on the show, and it doesn't mean that they were in agreement with it. I remember that time when Gerardo Rivero used to had KKK and everybody on this doggone show, man. They battling it out, broke his nose, the whole 9 yards, and hey, it wasn't his point of view, at least not that I think. But we have to get back to this. So this platform will be welcome to all different views. And I may not agree with you, but that don't mean I gotta hate you. That doesn't mean I gotta be divisive towards you. We just agree to disagree. I still can love you. I can still probably get a bite to eat or something like that with you. I'm not gonna hang out too much with you, so because I don't want people to think that I and you, we have the same mindset, and we don't. Another thing people always say is love means that you're going to support me no matter what. No, love means I love you no matter what. I'm not going to support you in this and support you in that, especially when I know it's going to hurt you. No, true love, real love say, nah, I can't let you just do that. I got to get involved with trying to convince you not to do that, because that's the wrong direction to go. You may see it as the right direction, but it's actually people who've been down that path and they haven't came out too good for them, and it's primarily not going to do the same thing for you too, because the chance of it is slim to none. Stop it. I got an uncle that smoke crack. I love him, but that don't mean I'm going to support him. So love does not mean you support somebody. It depends on what it is. Whether I support you or not, what they got to do with my love? My love is unconditional. Gotta support you in order to love you? No, where did we get these mindsets? And we have to get back to right teaching, right understanding, right application. And this is what this platform is going to be. I'm not just going to always talk about politics. I love politics, don't get me wrong. But I'll talk about whatever I want to talk about. I'll have topics of the month. I might have some guests on coming soon. I don't know. I'm still testing out everything with the channel, and I'm still trying to grow this channel. But this is the Bobby Brown Show. My name is Robert. That's short for Bobby. My last name Brown. So I'm not trying to take on somebody else's moniker that's famous by the name of Bobby Brown. I do like Bobby Brown music. I'm not trying to cook like Bobby Brown. I'm Bobby. I'm my own Bobby Brown. I'm a person that's a person of faith. Not perfect, but I do believe in perfecting myself, getting better, striving to become more like God want me to be. And another thing, a lot of people, love is love. Love, there's various type of loves. So you can't say love is love. Most people don't even know what love is. They think it's emotional feeling. That's just one aspect of love. You guys got to go to my channel, Winning with Love with Bobby, and I teach on love. That's what I do outside of here. I teach people how to love people no matter who they are and what they are, and love them unconditionally, and love them to the point where there's a possibility of change. A possibility. So let's get into this. Now, speaking of love, I love everybody, including this fool I'm about to talk about right now. But I don't care for the way he roll. I don't care for the way he roll. His name is Roland Martin, or Rolandra, or Rotundra. He's a big round object. Sugar bear looking dude. Can't get enough of that golden crisp. Seemed like he into, watching male genitalia go across his screen. Well, he began to put his mouth on Janet Jackson. I told y'all, I'm coming for you if you went after Janet Jackson, all because she said Kamala Harris ain't black, that daddy is white, and daddy may not be white, but he do got a little Caucasian side on him. Kamala Harris' mother's side, fully Caucasians. Indians are considered and labeled Caucasians. Caucasian don't automatically mean just white people. There's various types of Caucasians. We went through this before. So her mom is half Caucasian. Her dad is pretty much Caucasian. Her dad even talked about that in his memoirs, that he come from a long lineage. Indo-Jamaican and Scotch-Irish Jamaicans. So Indo-Jamaicans is Indian Jamaicans, which are considered Caucasians, Caucasian Jamaicans, that were born and raised in Jamaica. And then you got the Scotch-Irish, mainly Irish, side of his family that migrated to Jamaica to do business. And was no slavery. A lot of it was marriage and development. So for people to get mad at Janet Jackson for that is ignorance, because you think that you are the smart one. And I'm going to go to Rolanda Martina, a little saucy dude, little saucy brother. And I mean, very sassy, very sassy. I mean, I'm sitting up here watching Twitter, boy, he's going in and everybody. Every time somebody posts something against Kamala Harris or Tim Walz or any Democrat, all he put down there, now you stupid, you look like an idiot, you look like a fool. He do that to everybody. Dude got a problem wrong with him. The person who always calling somebody stupid, guess what he is? That's right, he's stupid. But we're going to go into this. So fair use, YouTube, fair use. Let me see if I can find my fair use, Jimmy Jane. Number one, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting. Let me go back to this. For the purpose of criticism, because I'm about to criticize this brother. This brother have a habit of hitting people with copyrights. He is known to give people who is not in agreement with him, that feature him on their channel, he will try to motion for them to get strikes. So just to let this doughboy looking dude, yes, that's my brother, I still love him. For purposes such as criticism, I'm about to criticize this dude, commenting, I'm about to say a lot of stuff about him, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research, fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, which means I don't profitize these videos. Because I know they're going to demonetize me, so I beat them to it. I strictly depend on the viewers. That's why I say don't send it to Super Chat. If you're going to send me something, send it straight to my PayPal. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Number two, all opinions expressed by the program participants are solely their current opinions and do not reflect the opinions of Robert Brown or the Bob TV network. We do promote our First Amendment rights here, no matter if I agree or not. The program participant opinions are based upon information they consider reliable. It is your responsibility, yours, not the federal government, not the news reporters, but your responsibility to fact check on your own. And that's that. So we're going to get into Roland Martin and him talking about Janet Jackson calling Kamala Harris daddy white.
Janet Jackson. Okay, y'all, she's the latest black celebrity to spread misinformation about Vice President Kamala Harris.
Now, let me go back to this again. They are the only ones that always saying somebody is spreading misinformation. These Democratic shields and these Democratic-led news organization are always saying somebody's spreading false claims or misinformation or lies. Just say lies, because that's what it is. I'm so healed and full of energy. Just the fact that they love to twist words and call people liars and take out sound bites and try to make a mountain out of molehill. And I'm so upset with this stuff. I'm so tired of this stuff. And they the one doing the most. The Republicans do it, but not on a level like this. These fools actually took a little fragment of Donald Trump doing the House speech, bumbling tired, because I do that. I say stuff up here, I probably don't even know what I say, sound like something stupid. And y'all can make it turn into a mountain. And it's really a molehill. These people took something about Trump saying, give me 1 hour of toughness for these people who are looting and stealing and not being able to go to jail because they only stole a certain amount of money. Man, we need to do something. We need to really, really be rough toward these people, because let them know not to be doing that. Shades of him doing what he's doing, going a little overboard when it came to the Central Park Five boys, and he put that op-ed out. That op-ed wasn't wasn't to go after the boys. That op-ed was for a message for anybody that tries to do something like this, period, in New York, because at that time crime was high, and you had the guardian angels out there trying to protect people from being mugged in New York City from the 70s, from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and even now. You don't see guardian angels, but we get people who get hurt real bad. So when you got people like that, he went overboard on something like that, talking about rioting and things like that, and that we got to be tough with these rioters if they're right. Now, I believe in peaceful protests, but if they're going out there rioting, we got to be tough with them. We can't just let them slide with busting in somebody's building and setting it on fire and stuff like that. I'm not for that. I understand why some people do that, but sometimes you got agitators. You got people who are trying to do the right thing, trying to be peaceful, trying to demonstrate the right way, but you got agitators, and it can come from places like Antifa, or it can come from a white supremacist organization. It can come from a rogue black organization that's trying to infiltrate a peaceful black movement. It could be the FBI, because the FBI is known for putting informants in these organizations and infiltrators and agitators to start stuff. That's why I don't 100% believe that this January 6th was just the Trump supporters. You got some dumb Trump stupid nutwingers looking for a rah, let's go get it, and all they need is a little edging on. But then you got people who try to agitate people, look for these people and to give them the motivation and the agitation, and they go in there together, and then all hell break loose. And guess who's to blame for it? The person who said, look, I told you go out there and do some peaceful protesting. But that was the whole point, to make all of them look bad. So you got people like this that does that. And Trump basically said in his last speech, we need to be tough on it. And then people took that for saying that he want a freaking purge. I'm going to go over this stupid mess. It's stupid. But let's get back to Roland Martin, misinformation. Dude, you guys do more misinformation than anything. Now, let's get into what he's about to say. This is 15 minutes. I'm going to try to go at least 4 minutes into it. But like I said, Roland liked to strike people. And again, fair use.
In an interview with The Guardian, y'all, published Saturday, to promote the second leg of her concert tour, Janet Jackson claimed she heard that Kamala Harris was not black and the vice president's daddy was white.
Now, again, she heard. She didn't say that she believes. She didn't say, I know. And if she did, she probably would have been be sarcastic, because here I am. I'm trying to do an interview. You interviewing me about my future, my performances, and my future dates, my residence in Las Vegas, and my possible retirement this year, or just me just going back to doing me, because I've been married to a Saudi aristocrat, and I wasn't able to be me, and I gave him what he wanted, a child, and I gave him the love and all that, but that wasn't enough for him, so I decided to divorce the guy and go back to what I do. You talking to me about my life, and then you're going to shoehorn politics? I'll be sarcastic too. Well, I heard that he white. just to agitate y'all, just to get on y'all last nerves. But look, it's not far from it. Black Alpha Network goes into detail. Candace Owen has been going in detail. I don't even rock with Candace Owen like that. But when you write about some things, you're right. I did my own research. Candace Owen took it to the next level. Black Alpha Network took it to a super level. Go check out his piece on the family Kamala Harris that she hires a lot.
Here's what the reporter wrote on For Us. It was about making a difference in a kid's life, a teenager's life, from them taking this path with drugs and going down the wrong street, trying to make something of themselves. On that record, she sang about joining voices in protest to social injustice and pushing toward a world rid of color lines. I wonder where she stands on the forthcoming election. After all, I say, America could be on the verge of voting in its first black female president, Kamala Harris. Well, you know what they supposedly said, she asked me. She's not black. That's what I heard, that she's Indian. She looks at me expectantly, perhaps assuming that I have.
Well, Roland, where's the lie? She's Indian. Her mother is half Brahmin. Her mother is full-blooded Brahmin, red dot, aristocratic Indian, who came to college on her mother's and father's dime to get her doctor's degree. So where's the lie? She met Donald Harris, got married, had them 2 girls. Got a divorce. Where's the lie? Roland, do you understand? Brahmin Indians don't even linger to their own color class. They won't even, I don't want to call them all like that. Please forgive me. But there's some that really sticks to the stick with your own kind mentality. Don't you be messing with them dark-skinned Indians over there. Stick with your kind. Stick with the Brahmin class. Find your Brahmin man. I didn't say ramen man, Brahmin man. You know her family would probably outcast her if they found out she married a black guy from Jamaica. No, he had to be more than a black guy from Jamaica. He had to be more than just a black guy from Jamaica. Now, they would probably let their spouse, they'll let their kids marry a white guy before a black guy, but they want to keep everything within the Brahmin culture, not outside the Brahmin culture. But let me keep going.
Indian heritage. Well, she's both, I offer. Her father's white. That's what I was told. I haven't watched the news in a few days, she coughs. I was told that they discovered her father was white.
A few days, and I was told that they discovered her father was white. Somebody went down the trail of her lineage and probably did find out he was Caucasian. Doesn't necessarily mean he's white. Give me a second. Doesn't mean he's white, Janet. That doesn't mean he's white, but he probably is Caucasian. And look, at the end of the day, his lineage does go back to white blood, and there's nothing to discount that. There's nothing showing a lineage of going to black African blood, but more of it, everybody got black African blood to a certain level, even white, Scotch, Irish, white men and all, because all of us came out of the bellies of Africa and migrated throughout the entire world, and our pigmentation and everything started to adjust toward the environments that we moved to. We all know this, but there's nothing in the Donald Harris side, and that's the reason why you don't see it when it comes to Kamala Harris. Come on, Kamala Harris don't showcase in big numbers her Jamaican family on the stage or anything like that. Her dad stayed not too far from her, and he couldn't even go to Chicago and be at the convention with her. Something is wrong with that. Something is wrong. Daddy stayed less than 30 minutes away from her house. He's a Stanford professor living in Washington, D.C., 30 minutes from the house, and he don't frequently and see his daughter. Nothing's wrong with that. When she was inaugurated as vice president, he was nowhere to be found. Something not wrong with that. And he lives in D.C. The DNC nomination for president, he's not there. He's never around. What is going on? See, Roland, these things are the questions that's more important than anything you're about to say right now. Because maybe that guy do have Caucasian in it, and there's evidence that he do. Maybe them seeing the DNC and you guys like that parade her as Miss Black America is embarrassing to him because he knows the truth. And maybe he knows too much of the truth that they probably gonna grab that man and put him in the black site. I don't take nothing lightly from this federal government, but let me keep going.
I'm floored at this point. It's well known that Harris's father is a Jamaican economist, a Stanford professor.
What that got to do with black? I'm floored. He's a Jamaican economist. He's from Jamaica. That means he's black. No, it don't.
Professor who split from her Indian mother when she was 5. Quote, my mother understood very well that she was raising 2 black daughters. Harris wrote in her book.
How is your mother gonna understand? How your mother understand that she's raising 2 black daughters and she pushed them 2 daughters out of her Indian coochie? That don't make sense. She pushed them girls out of her South Indian, Brahmin Indian poom poom, and she got the nerve to tell her daughter, I'm raising you up to be black women? That don't make no sense. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life. And y'all sit there and eat that stuff up. Well, that's what she wrote in the book. It's a lie. What I look like telling my kids, I'm going to teach y'all how to be white because your mama's white. I can't teach them how to be white. I only can teach them how to be black because I'm black. Y'all eat this stuff up, man. It's sad how y'all being hoodwinked, bamboozled, ran amok. This is crazy. My mother understood that she was raising 2 black women. Get out of here with that bull crap.
Truths we hold. The people who are most vocal in questioning the facts of Harris's identity tend to be hardcore QAnon adjacent, Trump-loving conspiracy theorists.
Lie. The Black Grass Movement have been on this since day one. The moment she decided to run for president of the United States and she started talking black girl magic and being super black girl, Foxy Brown and all that kind of stuff, we've been on her head because she wasn't doing that in California. But now she wants to run for the big office, big time. They know they need that black vote, so I got to be Obama 2.0. I got to be Obama law.
I don't think Jackson falls into that camp, but I do wonder what the algorithms are serving her. I start again. Harris has dual heritage, I say. And given this moment, does Jackson...
We know Harris got dual heritage. Doesn't mean black is one of them. It doesn't mean black is one of them. See, we've gone to... The United States is so perverted in its thinking that we actually have changed our mindset in America that you can become what you identify as. You can become what you identify as. See, Rachel Dolezal identified as a black person and lived a life as a black person, even took a black position with the NAACP as a black person until she got found out. But she identified as black. Mindy K's brother, I don't remember his name, but he identified as black to go to college, cut his hair, went and got accepted into college as a black man. Got a book. He wrote a book about it. Go check it out. Called Almost Black. This man was dark-skinned South Indian, pretended to be black just to get in college. And you got a lot of black pretenders. They want to be us. They want to be like us. Back in the 60s, a lot of people that came into the United States tried to be as black as they could. You had the Vietnamese coming in here trying to be black as they could. You had the Indians trying to be black. You had so many people trying to be black because during the 60s and 70s, the Black Power movement was strong. And in order for them to get what they need, they came into our came up under our umbrella. Instead of them being themselves, they tried their best to be black and proud right along with us. Putting up the fists, some of them grew out afros. The brothers coming back from Vietnam, a lot of them came back with Vietnamese wives. How come I got on that? Just because you identify as a Corvette don't make you one. You can identify it as a Ford F-10. And I wouldn't doubt this country will say, well, not this country, but certain states like the heavy blue states, you can be whatever you want to be. This ain't the freaking army. In the army, you couldn't even be whatever you want to be. Let me tell you something. In the military, you can't be what you want to be. You got to take tests. And if you don't take that test, you better find something else that you need to be. There's a lot of people came in to be one thing. They took the test and they failed it. And now they had to pick a position that they really didn't want. A lot of people want to go in the Air Force, then fit the bill, then make the ASVAB test, so they end up going to the Navy. I'll be that man. Let me tell you something. This I identify stuff, this is a lie from the pit of hell, and it needs to be stopped. In America, you could just say, you can identify. So I was told a story, and I'm gonna look it up, and if it's true, boy, we're gonna talk about this. A little kid identified as a Doberman Pinscher, and the state tried to cover that person. I'm like, how you let a Doberman Pinscher, this kid is going to school, and you trying to back that kid up and being a dog? Tell that kid he ain't no dog. And if you have to put that kid in the dog environment to wake him up to the fact that he's not a dog, then you do it. You shouldn't have to do it. Kids know better. The problem is you don't want to be resistance. You don't want to come up against them. You want to be their friend. That's all right to be cool with your kids, but when they step out of line, you got to let them know you the daddy, you the father, you the mother, you know, auntie, whatever. You can't let people just pick and choose what they are. You are a human being. You were born from a woman. What is a woman? What kind of dumb question is that? A woman is a person. We can start with the chromosomes. That's a woman. The ability to give birth. That's a woman. Matter of fact, you ain't no real woman until you go through certain things. A real woman go through a period. A real woman has the ability to produce children, and a great woman have children. They're called mothers. What is a woman? And they have the Supreme Court nominee, black sister with the white husband, sitting up there talking about what is a woman. If you don't, you're a woman. See, we got to stop that. We got to stop letting this stupid stuff slide. That's that New World Order, stupid, almost satanic-like thinking. There's a scripture in the Satanic Bible, do what you will. That's the whole of the law. Our number one law in the Satanic Bible is do what you want to do. It's your thing. Let me get back to this.
I think America's ready for her if we agree she's black. Or, okay, a woman of color. I don't know, Jackson stage whispers. Honestly, I don't want to answer that because I really truthfully don't know. I think either way it goes, it's going to be mayhem. Now, a number of outlets reported that Janet Jackson issued an apology for the comments based upon a statement from Mo El Masri, who said he represented Jackson and is listed as the singer's manager on IMDb Pro. Well, a person close to Jackson, who spoke anonymously, later told the Post that El Masri does not represent the singer. El Masri also came out publicly and said that he was fired by Janet Jackson and Randy Jackson as a result of that statement. Now, Janet Jackson has not apologized for those.
And why would she? You run your mouth on me and you try to speak for me and you work for me, you would be fired. Let's say me, I go start talking for my boss. Mark said this, Mark said that, Mark said this, Mark said that, and Mark didn't say that. And then Mark gets word what I said that he said, and you're like, I ain't never say that. Guess what's going to happen to me? Mark going to confront me, and 9 times 10, Mark going to fire me for lying on him. So she had every right to fire that dude. Well, she apologized. Why should she? Who the hell is this lady where I got to apologize for, even if I lied? Let's say I lied, because some people lie. Some people like lying. That's what they do. They some bald-faced lies. They like to lie. They like to start stuff. They instigators. Let's say I just lied, or what you call misinformation. There ain't no crime. And y'all trying to make it a crime, but it's not a crime. I lied. If you're not smart enough to understand that I lied, that's on you. That's not on me. I'm a bald-faced liar. That's what I do. I lie. You should know that. I had a friend coming up, man. His name was Bubba, God rest his soul. Boy, that brother can lie. Ooh. Boy, he would get in the truck, come to your house and be crying and say, man, get in the truck, man. Your mama just got hit by a car. We got to take you to the hospital. We get in the truck crying, believing. And he's like, yo, I just playing. Man, what? Man, I'm about to kill you. Boy, you can't be doing that, man. You can't be playing with people like that. Yeah, misinformation can be dangerous, but you should know that Bubba is a liar. Bubba ain't never told the truth. Don't you ever believe nothing Bubba said. His track record of telling the truth doesn't exist. So you got to get your misinformation ciphering up. You got to know how to filter through. You don't ask that a law be made to stop misinformation. You just got to find a way to be more smarter to believe this crap that some people spit. Like you a lot of time. You spit misinformation a whole lot, Roland Martin. A whole god doggone lot.
Comments. So let me say this here, y'all. And so this is the first time I'm actually revealing this. So in 2019, we were on the Tom Joyner Morning Show cruise, the Fantastic Voyage cruise, and Janet Jackson performed. And so what we did was Tom would have all of the people who were on the show around a massive square table, and we were all basically record the show asking questions. So we interviewed Janet. So it was Tom, it was Sybil, it was Jay, it was Chris Paul, Huggy Lowdown, it was myself. It was like everybody who was on the show. So everybody's asking different questions. So this is 2019. Vice President Kamala Harris is running. And I remember I asked the question, was Janet Jackson going to endorse, or was she, really focused on the election?
I don't get that. See, I don't know if he's telling the truth. Because during that time, Janet Jackson was married. And I think Janet Jackson was overseas in United Emirates. And she would come on old rinky-dinky freaky cruise to perform when she's supposed to be, I guess, turning into a mother at that time, trying to become a mother? I'm not sure, but it's hard for me to believe what this can't get enough of this Golden Chris sugar bear looking dude says when he talk about his stories. And why would you try to get an endorsement if that person is not freely endorsing that person on their own and have a reason why? Who the hell are you to try to get an endorsement out of them? This is what pisses me off. That's what happened to the lady who interviewed her. And that's why she gave her that smart, elegant response, which could have some truth to it. I heard she ain't black. Since you asking me these questions that doesn't have nothing to do with me, since you show on politics and trying to get a cheap endorsement out of me, I'm going to mess with you.
And so she gave, I can't remember what the hell she said. I don't know what kind of non-answer she sort of gave. Like, I'm not really whatever. I'm not quite remember.
And she ain't got to give you no answer, big boy, doughboy. She ain't got to get, look, let me stop. I done got big too. She ain't got to give you no answer.
So check this out. So like 2 hours later, Tom comes up to me, pissed. He's like, because of your question, we can't run the interview. I said, what are you talking about? Well, her people came in and they were like, nope, can't run the interview. And then Tom said, we offered to them, hey, we'll just edit out Roland's question and her answer. Nope, and not at all, can't run the whole interview at all. And it never ran. It never did.
And why so? Because you're trying to turn a moment of entertainment into a political endorsement. And people don't like that, big boy. People don't like that, sugar bear. People don't like that, doughboy. People don't like that Michigan man. You're looking like a Michigan man right now with that big white shirt on. People don't like that. I am a performer. I want to perform. Don't come talk to me about no freaking politics, man. I don't endorse nobody. And I honestly believe that the media puts a bounty out to see who can get endorsement out of this person. If you can get this person to endorse Kamala Harris, we'll give you a $5,000 bonus, $10,000 bonus. I remember when I was working at Pitney Bowes at the call center manager, and I used to put bonuses. I used to put a bonus board that whoever can hit this certain number by the end of the week, because you had to have a number in the box to qualify for this gift, that whoever can hit this gift, and oftentimes you get people tied. So I have to get both of them the gift, but somebody coming out with some cash in their pocket. So I go to the company to get some cash and see if I can, I guarantee you that's what they do in media. See who can get an endorsement. Try to get endorsement for Kamala Harris, and he who gets this endorsement going to get $5,000, $10,000. I bet you they do that. I don't blame them.
Now, if I was Tom, I'd run the damn interview now. I don't give a shit. But I'm sitting here going, how is it now 3 days later and you, Janet Jackson, still haven't issued an apology for that stupid ass comment you made?
I'm saying right now, she don't need to apologize. She don't need to apologize to you or anybody else, no matter whether it's a dumb answer or a smart answer. She gave your answer. She told you what she heard.
Clear, okay? I think Janet Jackson is a fantastic entertainer. Puts on a great show.
She's more than an entertainer, dude. You think you're a phenomenal journalist, but I see you try to entertain. I seen you drop it like it hot, like you some kind of chick, man. I seen you, big boy. I seen you Roland Martin twerking. Dudes don't twerk, man. Real Negroes don't twerk. What is wrong with you? Stay in your lane. If you gonna tell Janet Jackson stay in her lane, you stay in your lane. You trying to get an endorsement out of Janet Jackson for Kamala Harris, but then when you don't get what you want, you gonna tell them to stick to singing. Get out of here with that mess, man. She don't owe you anything. She Janet Jackson. Who the hell are you? A failed news anchor man that's trying to keep up his show in the basement of his house. Now, he do got a big basement, man. He got a big house. Roland got a big house. He got this space in D.C. now. So you're trying to build a network. But you failed on TV One. You failed on MSNBC. You have been caught in scandals when it came to elections. You gave Hillary Clinton debate questions before her debates, which should be a crime, and your butt should be in jail for it, for interfering in an election. You talk about Donald Trump interfering, you've interfered. So you have no room to stick your chest out. Dumb apology. She don't need to apologize to nobody. She need to apologize for that dumb statement. Who said it's dumb? Who said it's dumb? You don't know if that man's black. What evidence do you have? And that's the magic question, people. Doing like Joe Biden now. That's the magic question. Where is your evidence that she's black? Where's your evidence that her father's black? Because Jamaican don't make me black. And just because you've seen some pictures of a dude with kinky hair and he got a little Jamaican twang don't mean nothing. Because you got dark-skinned Asians, you got dark-skinned Indians in Jamaica that look just like they're black, but they're not. They're really Indian. And Indian identifies as Caucasians and not black.
This was a dumbass comment. And asinine. And you got the reporter sitting there telling you it's not true.
It's not a dumb comment, you fool. She told you what somebody else said. Now, let me say this, man, and I'm going to get real indignant about this. Again, you had me, Rolling Stone or whoever you were, you have me over to talk about my new tour and my new residency at Las Vegas. I'm about to get back on my grind right now. Miss Nasty is back. We're having a good long conversation and all of a sudden you're going to shoehorn politics in. The lady did the same dumb mess that you did. And when you got the wrong result, a result you didn't like, you acted the same way. And she did this lady the same way. You're going to ask a dumb question, I'm going to give you a dumb answer. You're supposed to be talking about me. It's all about me. And you're going to bring Kamala Harris and politics in this and first blight this and that. I tell you what, I'm going to irritate you. I heard her daddy was white. That's what I heard. She's entitled to have a dumb asinine statement because y'all ask dumb asinine questions at the wrong time. Your timing is all wrong. And you guys got a habit of trying to get these cheap old endorsements out of a freaking a star so y'all can say, hey, so-and-so put it in the news, so-and-so endorsed Janet Jackson. And when you didn't get it and you got an asinine statement behind it, you're hot. The asinine statement could be by design. She could be just trolling you, just playing with you, and you're hot. She don't owe no apology for it, and she don't need to retract it, and she can continue to ride a dumb statement. Let's say her daddy is black and she said he's white. There's no proof of that. Let's say she just lied. She got a right to do whatever she wants just to let y'all know. Don't come messing with me, talking about me with this stuff. Come and give you come asking me. Let me tell you something. Coming to me trying to get a cheap endorsement out of me when it's supposed to be my interview about me and my family and me going forward with my career, and you go shoehorn a question in here to try to prop up politics and politicians and try to, on top of that, get a cheap endorsement out of me. The nerves of you. So I'm going to do something that's going to make you say the nerves of you. So you're going to get on, boy. You want to play these games? I got some games I can play to you. I'll lie to you. I will irritate you. I will piss you off. Like I said, I honestly believe that she didn't do that because she don't know. I believe she knows the real deal concerning Kamala Harris. Janet Jackson knew Kamala Harris. She knew Kamala Harris when she was living. She lived in California. Her brother was in fighting court cases against Madeline Albright or whatever her name. So Janet Jackson know who this lady is. So you got the nerves to bring this. In her mind, says she probably call her a B-E-E-H. I-T-C-H. You got the nerve to bring this B-itch. Ask me a question about this B-itch. Knowing what this B-itch did to my brother? Man, get out of here. I'm going to give you an answer that's going to piss you off, man. I heard she ain't black. I heard she white. I heard her daddy white. Her mom is Indian. Well, see, that part was true, Roland, and you know it. But the part about the daddy pisses you off. Look at you. Look like you're trying to kiss that dude butt that popped up on your video the other day.
And you say nothing.
And she don't need to say nothing. She don't need to say a doggone thing to you or nobody. And folks, I'm going to reiterate this again. Here I am. I'm having an interview about me. But then you're going to start asking interview questions about my family, which I really don't appreciate it. But fine, I'll talk about my family. But let's get back to me and my tour and my residency coming up in Las Vegas. And then all of a sudden, you're going to shoehorn some politics in there. From the left field, you're going to throw a politics baseball right at my doggone face. I don't even like politics. And you're going to bring this stuff up in my face? All right, I'm going to take the ball and throw it right back in your face. I heard. Because honestly, I don't like this chick. I don't ever like this chick. Never going to like her. After what she did to my brother and my family and the hell that her and that other lady put my family through, all y'all can kiss my behind. No. I heard she white. I heard her dad is white. Her mom was Indian. We know that's true. Her dad is white. Well, you say it's not true, Roland Martin, but he has white heritage. He has a Caucasian heritage. He has a white heritage and an Indo-Jamaican. He has a white Irish Jamaican heritage. He has from his maternal side, and he has a Indo-Jamaican heritage, Indian Jamaican heritage from the father's side, or vice versa, one of the two, which makes them Caucasian. Whether you like it or not, it makes them Caucasians. Where's the lie, Roland? Where's the lie? And the truth will come out. You say the truth we hold. Well, the truth is going to be told, and the truth is going to set people free, because we know this whole thing is a scam to get to the White House. This ain't got nothing to do with Trump. Everybody knows it, and the truth will be revealed.
So here you are. You haven't corrected it. So
she don't have to correct it. If she believes that is true, she don't have to correct it. If she don't believe it is true and she just made it up just to irritate you, she don't have to correct it. You want to correct it, you can go ahead and correct it. She don't have to.
Oh, what you're telling us is you're perfectly fine with the lie being out there.
Yes, a lot of people are perfectly fine with the lie being out there, including Kamala Harris. She's perfect with the lie being out there. And you don't know whether it's a lie or not. You don't know, Roland Martin. You don't know. Have you did a report on the family tree of Kamala Harris like I did, like Candace Owens did, like Black Alpha Network? How about you have Candace Owens on your show? Because you're not going to have Black Alpha Network on him because he's too black for you. But have your fellow tether friend on the show.
So you said nothing. Randy has said nothing. And that's just dumb.
He's crying. He's bitching, complaining. You ain't gonna say nothing. You ain't gonna say nothing. You're just gonna leave it out there. We got one of the biggest black superstar women in the world. You just upset that she's one black woman that's not going to sit there and talk this chucks and pearls and all this kind of crap and black girl magic. She is black girl magic all on her own. It's not on Team Harris. And not only that, you're mad at this black icon because she's pretty much smeared Team Harris, and she got every right to smear her because it was her Team Harris that smeared her brother. So yeah, she could leave it out there. She could put if it's a lie, and it's not. If it's a lie, well, the white part is he got white lineage, but I ain't gonna say he white. But Caucasian, definitely. She could put it out there as far as the eye can see and just let it shine, let it stay up in the air like a beacon of light, that this is one black woman one powerful black woman with a big influence, with a big base, that believe Kamala Harris is hoodwinking us. And guess what? I'm saying that too. Look at your face. Look at your face, Roland. You're crying. Look at that. You just gonna leave it out there like that? That hurts the campaign of Queen Kamala.
First of all, how many biracial people are in the Jackson family?
That's not the point. That's not the point. The point is she's running as a black woman. She's lying to us that she's black when she's always been running as an Indian. And now all of a sudden she want to, when she's running for the president, and we've been saying this way before Trump, she want to be black. And look, I say be who you majority are. You're Indian. But y'all want her to be so black. Y'all fighting so hard for her to be black. Biracial, that's nobody disputing who she is. Her dad is multiracial. Yes, there's a lot of biracial kids in the Jackson family, and a lot of them embrace their cultures. But in this situation, you're trying to say you're black and you're trying to use that to get the black vote. And you know it. And you know it, Roland. That's why y'all riding this black thing. Why y'all not pumping up her Indian side? Why do you and legacy black media feel like Ricky Smiley and all these people, why you figure that you got to placate to her black, so-called black side when all this time she used her Indian side? Why don't you tell her to be who she's always been? That's why we call her the chameleon. That's why we call her the flip-flopper, because all these years you've been Indian, eating your dolly food and all that. You've been eating Indian. You ain't been cooking. You ain't been black. Black people don't cook collard green in no bathtub. Get out of here.
How many of her brothers have married non-black people?
Got nothing to do with it, what she's saying.
And you literally are questioning?
That ain't got nothing to do with her saying. She just said the daddy is white. If the daddy is white and the mama is Indian, that still wouldn't discount the mixed biracial issue. The issue is not the biracial part.
Oh, I heard her dad was white. What the hell are you reading, Janet? And who you hear it from? Not only that, this woman was the Attorney General of California when you lived there.
She knows it. She knows exactly that. And all that time she was running as an Indian. She said with her own mouth that I'm the first Attorney General of Indian Asian descent, not black. So what are you talking about? Roland. What are you talking about?
Did you walk past a TV set?
What that got to do with anything?
I am so thrilled.
She was the Attorney General of California. Don't mean she black. Seeing her on the TV set don't mean that. Do you know, Roland? Kamala Harris very well. She knows who she is. She know exactly who she is. And she don't like her. And she ain't gotta like her. And she got every reason to hate her. And if she want to lie on her and smear her and talk trash about her in a publication, she can. And it don't mean she MAGA either.
With a lot of these black entertainers really being stuck on stupid with some of the comments that they're making.
Like who? Like who? None of these black entertainers owe her anything. They don't owe her a thing. They don't owe her no shine. They don't owe her no endorsement. They don't owe her a doggone thing. They ain't gotta talk nice about her. They ain't gotta do nothing about her. They can talk mad trash. They can dunk on her all day. That's their prerogative, and this is America. And you just gotta take it, big boy. You just gotta take it, fat daddy. You crying about it, you being upset about it, talking about it on your show, and trying to get people being pissed off. What gets me is you got people, this woman only been in your life, 8 years, and Janet Jackson been in your life forever? And you gonna choose this tether woman over Janet Jackson? Yes, she is a tether all day. Look at what she's trying to do now. She is a whole tether. She trying to be black when she always been Indian. And he know he don't have no proof. Just because her daddy look black don't mean he's black. Just because daddy look black and he's from Jamaica don't make him black. And just because her father's from Jamaica and she live in Oakland and she went to HBC, that don't make her black. Now y'all made her get her the honorary black, which I reject that. Or y'all might identify her as black, but identifying doesn't actually make you that. I can identify as a ballpoint pen. I'm not one. Can't write a lick. Ain't no ink in me. But that's how y'all damn roll.
It's just dumb.
How?
And then it's so it's gonna cause.
Look at him. And they gonna blame Janet Jackson for her numbers going down in the poll. Good. Shouldn't be trying to act black when you always been Indian. Be you. Black people will accept you the way you are. Stop trying to do this hoodwink, this bamboozling. Stop it.
Here's probably the most true. Honestly, I don't want to answer that because I really truthfully don't know. But why your ass talking about it?
Because she can. She can. She wants to. That's why she talking about. She brought it up. The news lady brought it up, and she decides to talk about it. Y'all the ones started back. It's knucklehead news reporters like yo dumb behind bringing up dumb questions in the wrong time. Your timing is wrong. And she probably was pissed off that day anyway. Me myself, boy, you luckily that's all you got was me saying a he say she say stuff. 'Cause I would have went in, especially when y'all go shoehorn that mess in my interview. You gonna do that at my interview? You gonna shoehorn politics, try to get me to do a cheap praise of Kamala Harris and possible endorsement on my interview? Oh, I'm having fun with this. Oh, I'm gonna get on your last nerves, and I'm not gonna give a crap who like it or not. Especially when it comes to somebody who tried to attack my brother's legacy. All y'all gonna get your behind whooped. All y'all gonna get some today. And that's what Janet did. She gave him a verbal whoop behind. She just dumped all on Kamala's father, which means she dumped all on her. You got the nerves to bring up the first black. How do you think that makes Janet Jackson a foundational black American? You don't think that would piss her off, Doughboy? Nah. I'm like Kevin Hart, man.
Are you done? Are you done? Okay. I'm about to on this bitch right now.
You asking me all these questions about how do you feel about the first black woman, blah, blah, blah. Whoa. Are you done? Because you asking the wrong thing in my interview. I am not that person. You got the nerves to bring this up in my interview. Are you done? Because I'm about to, I would have dumped on the reporter and dumped on Kamala Harris. And I would explain to you why I'm dumping on you and her. Did you know what this woman did to my brother? And you want me to be proud of that? First of all, that chick ain't black. Her dad is white. I would have said her dad is white, got a tan and a fake afro. I'd have put it out. I'd have put it out there big time. Because I don't like this lady. After what she tried to do my brother, she lucky. Woo-hoo. And here he is. You just don't understand, Roland. You just don't understand. And even if she didn't do this to her brother, she ain't got no obligation to like that woman. She ain't got no obligation to love that woman. She ain't got no obligation to say nothing positive, negative. She can lie on her all day, every day. But the problem is, in my Joe Biden's voice, it could be some truth to the fact that he is Caucasian. May not be white, but Caucasian. But he do have white lineage. He is from a white lineage. So if you find out that she was white, that she said, hey, I found out he's white. Well, there ain't no lies there, because he come from a white lineage. Not every black person come from a white lineage. Look at him. Like he on the toilet.
Why didn't you give The Guardian the same answer you gave me on the Tom Joyner Morning Show Fantastic Voyage Cruise 5 years ago? Then folks wouldn't be lighting your ass up.
Ain't nobody lighting her up. Who's lighting her up? Nothing but dumb Negroes. That's part of the Democratic cult that wants to see her in office, so Kamala Harris so bad. Janet Jackson don't care about nobody lighting her up. First of all, she rich. I'm rich. Y'all Negroes can't, and she sure will be talking to me. You living from paycheck to paycheck. What I got to do to listen to you for? What I care about you eating me up or burn me up? Roland Martin, you begging for money to keep you begging for money to keep your doggone YouTube channel going. You want to expand from YouTube channel to other places. You begging for money. You know what one thing Janet Jackson ain't got to do? Beg for money. I like doing that, Joe Biden. I like doing the Joe Biden whisper. You know one thing Janet Jackson ain't got to do? Beg for money. You know one thing Janet Jackson ain't never got to do? Look for a gig. You know one thing Janet Jackson don't need? The federal government to give her a job as a press secretary one day. No. And guess what? Janet Jackson talked to you. When the last time Kamala Harris talked to you? How come Kamala Harris ain't been on your show? She been on some of the... Kamala Harris has been on some of the dumbest podcasts, sat with Uncle Luke. When she gonna sit with you? When she gonna sit with you? She talked on stage with doggone D.L. Hughley, Mama Mouth Luke Skywalker, Uncle Luke, different types of podcasters. When she gonna talk to you? But Janet Jackson took time to talk to you. And you acting like this girl is your lady.
Memo to all entertainers, especially black ones. If you don't know shit about politics, shut up.
Who the f*** you talking to?
Half the people that's talking politics that's in entertainment don't know ish about politics. And who are you to tell somebody whether they can talk about politics or not? Janet Jackson did not ask to talk about politics. She wasn't looking forward to talking about politics. It's dumb news reporters like you that feel like they got to interject somebody's life by sticking politics in the middle of it. And when you get burnt with an answer like that, you get upset. That's what you get. That's what you get. Folks, I don't care whether you know something about politics or not. They ask you to not comment on politics, but they want you to go out there and vote. In other words, shut up and dance, Negro, to the voting booth and pull that lever for our guy, but don't you say nothing. Who the hell are you? Everybody that's old enough to vote has a voice and they can say it. If you don't like it, you just don't like it. If you're afraid somebody's going to be influenced by it, then that's just you just got to deal with it. And you're afraid that Janet Jackson burning Kamala Harris, not endorsing her, not giving her the time of day, matter of fact, dumping on her dad and the family, not giving you what you want, and now you're mad. Look at you. Look at you. Folks, keep talking. If they asking for your vote, you got a voice. If you want to say something about a politician, say it. I ain't got to like it, and I ain't got to worry about it. See, the problem is they worry. They worried about your powerful voice can cause a point or two to be shaven off, that somebody might agree with you. Somebody might agree with you, and then we might lose them. Shut up, shut it up, shut her up. She's gonna influence people to not vote for her. You doggone right. Did I tell you what she did to my brother? Dang her. I don't give a crap about her. Matter of fact, I heard her daddy was white.
Please, because you look like a damn fool.
No, you don't. You know who looks like a fool? This guy. He looks like a fool. He's crying, he's bitching and complaining and whining because Janet Jackson dumped on Kamala Harris. They tried to get a cheap endorsement out of her. She didn't give it. Matter of fact, she took it to the next level and say, I'm going to make it even cheaper. That woman ain't black. She trying to act like she black. She ain't black. Her daddy ain't black. And she trying to act like she black. Get out of here. That woman is Indian. I know who she is. I know who she is, Roland Martin. And I know what she do. And I know what she did to my brother. She can go to hell as far as I care. Go to hell. Now, in other words, and let me say this. She can go to hell. Now, that other guy running, I'm not going to say nothing about him either. You probably want me to hate him, but I'm not going to hate him. How can I hate a guy who, when my brother was going through a turmoil with Sony Music and he needed to be down in New York to deal with Sony, this man gave my brother a free stay in his hotel. My brother's rich, but Donald Trump, because he was friends with him, decided he could stay in his biggest apartment, no cost.
Like this can depend on the testimony of the child accuser.
In general, the child will be able to recall and recollect with some detail the incident, and that is persuasive to a jury, even if it is the only testimony that is available.
Jackson gave a wave when he was released after booking. He's scheduled for arraignment in January.
Michael's been a long-time resident of Trump Tower, and last night the Donald strongly reiterated his defense of Jackson with Larry King by going after the accuser's mother.
She's had plenty of experience at going after people, and she goes after them viciously and violently, and I saw a story and I read another story about some of the things she's done, and I don't believe it.
But you know what it's like when an indictment comes down.
It's tough.
It's presumption.
It's tough. It's tough to win, but I have a feeling he's going to win, Larry. The interesting thing is I've known Michael from many different standpoints, and Michael would spend a lot of time with my kids. I have beautiful kids, and at the time, like at Mar-a-Lago, and even in Trump Tower, the kids were very young. Michael would come, play with the kids. He just loved children. He was not a child molester.
It brings publicity to Trump residencies. This man said that he allowed Donald Trump to keep his kids. Allowed Michael Jackson to keep his kids and be with his kids. I see y'all dumping on this man who was there for my brother, had my brother back, housed my brother so he can deal with some situation in New York, to have his back dealing with Sony Music, to have his back dealing with possible allegations. This man has always had my brother back, and you want to come to me and talk about this woman who's tried to put my brother in jail? He had my brother back. This woman tried to put my brother in jail, and you want me to endorse her? You luckily I don't endorse this guy. But I'm not going to do it, not in front of you, and I don't usually give out endorsement. But if I did, boy, you'll have a heart attack. And I don't want you to do that. You need to live to see the glory of God.
Julian, go.
Ooh, well, I hate to quote Laura Ingraham, who told some brother,
this woman got to be Yvette Cornell's auntie or grandma or mama or somebody.
This is about us being unwilling to continue to eat the failure while other brown people come in and eat out the fruit. We are done with this designation of people of color.
Got to be her mama. It's got to be her mama. Just her demeanor, just the way she talked. Listen, she sounds just like Scrappy. Or is it Strappy or Scrappy?
I hate to quote Laura Ingraham, who told some brothers to shut up and dribble. But I would tell Janet Jackson, shut up and sing, girl. That you
How you gonna tell somebody to shut up and sing? She can say what she want to say through song. How about you? Let me let her talk before I get on her.
You okay at that? You ain't that good at that either. But you're okay at that. You can sing.
This lady right here. How the hell you gonna say she ain't no good at singing and entertaining? And what make you think she ain't good at politicking? She probably better than you. That's why she not opening her mouth. Because if she want to say what she really want to say, you'll really be upset. Who the hell are you to tell her to shut up and sing? You are a guest on this man's show, which means you ain't got no exposure outside of Roland Martin. Don't nobody know who you are. The streets don't know who you are, lady. We just know you're another Roland Martin hack, another Democratic shield on Roland Martin's show. You have no freedom of thought, no freedom of thinking. If you go outside of talking, if you talk outside of what Roland believes, he's going to get rid of you and get you off the panel. God dog, you remind me of Yvette Cornell. If Yvette Cornell dyed her hair and put lipstick on, she'll look just like this lady. But, you know, she a stud. She's a stud. She ain't going to put on no lipstick. She need to. She need to put a whole lot of makeup on, I'm telling you. And a wig. And a dress.
But do not get yourself involved in politics because you don't know what you are talking about.
How is her commenting on the lady's father mean she don't know what politics is? Commenting on somebody's parent has nothing to do with politics, lady. Nothing. Foreign policy, domestic issues, economic issues, things like that, that's politics. This girl been talking about politics through her songs, and you were dancing to them. So how the hell you gonna tell her she don't know nothing about politics? I'm sorry, guys, I'm looking at the screen at this lady. I'm talking to her. How the hell you gonna sit there and say she don't know nothing about politics? Her whole family know about politics. Probably know more than you. And just because you're a Boule professor, got a little education, don't mean you know politics. Most of the people on the streets got more political knowledge than you Boule bougie uppity Negroes do. Dr. Julian Malveaux, economic and author. Lady, if you don't go sit yourself down.
Sit your ass down.
Mother of Yvette Cornell, if you don't sit your behind down. How about you go shut up and dribble? Because you probably can't sing. You probably wish you could dance. You probably wish you could sing like Janet Jackson. And I guarantee you she know more about politics than you do. Just because she commented on a political leader's father don't mean she don't know politics. That's a personal comment. A personal opinion of a person. She ain't talking no politics. She just disagree with the fact that this woman ain't black and her daddy ain't black. They ain't got nothing to do with politics. And that goes for you and Roland and anybody else about to say this dumb stuff on your panel.
And like you said, she lived in California. She knew this sister wasn't black. She knew she was the attorney general.
She didn't know this sister was black. That lady, and you didn't know the sister was black, lady. Stop lying. You're a bald-faced liar. You didn't even know who this lady was, Harley. Most America didn't know who she was. California people like Janet Jackson know who she was. And they know her for running from office from district attorney to attorney general to state senator. They knew her. They knew her. If you're from Texas, I believe. Roland from Texas, I believe. This lady done lived in California ever since she was a kid. She know this lady. She been in California longer than Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris only been in California. I think Kamala Harris probably been in California a good 10 years. Her total life. Now, let me change that. All I know is she didn't grow up. Janet Jackson never left California, Harley. Born and raised. And she seen who this person identified when she was running. She know this lady identified as an Indian the whole time she was running for office in California. She know that the only time this lady picked up the mantle to even touch the possibility of identifying as black is when she became a senator about to go to the presidency. Her first time running for president. I was that little girl. Lie. You were not that little girl. But y'all sit there and believe it because she said it. But y'all don't do y'all research to find out. Kamala Harris ain't staying in school in California not that long. She ended up going to Canada. They went a couple of places. Chicago, they went a few places. But in California, when she came back from Howard University and went to Hastings to get her law degree, she didn't identify as the sister girl from Howard. She identified as Indian. She identified as Indian when she got those positions under Willie Brown. She identified as Indian the whole time. We got mad footages, mad videos of her saying the first black Indian. The first Indian. She didn't say nothing about first black. Video upon video upon video. So, lady, what the hell are you talking about?
Bro, I just
like
want to know who's paying her bills. Because that's what it boils down to. You cannot be
This lady drunk. I just want to know who paying her bills. That's what it boils down to. This lady ain't got nobody paying her bills. This lady ain't got nobody paying. Let me look something up real quick. This lady worth $380 million. And this Yvette Carnell grandma drunk on the show got the nerve to say somebody must be paying her bills. Janet Jackson is worth $375 million. What the hell is she talking about? Who paying your bills, lady? You probably getting paid with liquor and whiskey.
Lady, you don't need another drink. I hope you didn't drive.
No, I took the night train.
Who paying her bills? Lady, this lady, look, seriously, ain't this lady drunk? Look at her. This lady drunk on the set. She probably, man, get out of here, lady.
Okay, jackass. I try not to cuss on your show, Roland, just so I don't emulate.
Jackass. She calling Janet Jackson a jackass. If anybody a jackass is you, lady. You drunk on the set, down talking Janet Jackson, talking about somebody paying her bill when the lady worth almost $400 million, got way more money than you can even fart. You're looking like you done. Lady, if you don't sit down, whew, let me be quiet.
But you not do cuss a lot. But you show yourself up to be a total jackass. What is wrong with you? And why?
You show yourself to be a total jackass. What is wrong with you? Look at her. This lady is drunk. She is drunk, y'all.
Why are you doing this now? And there are going to be some young people and some stupid people who are going to emulate you. And you need to dial it back. You just need to dial it back.
Young people been emulating Janet Jackson. These people who emulate Janet Jackson are grown now. No younger generation is emulating Janet Jackson. None. Folks, I keep looking at a picture right here. I'm talking to her. Folks, Janet Jackson's at the age where there's not many young ones that's going to emulate her. I do think the young generation need to know who she is. She's an American icon, a treasure. This lady ain't nothing but a drunk old lady that don't know what the hell she's talking about. Just because you got a doctor's degree don't make you smarter than everybody. It just means you went to school and learned and paid money. Wisdom is the king of learning and understanding, not education. The wisdom of God is far more better than the wisdom of man or the education of man. She's educated, but you can tell she's clearly drunk. Probably ain't had none in a while. And God dog, she remind me of Yvette Carnell. God.
People have admired you for years. We think whatever. We've admired you for years, even though you've been a little but stupid about some stuff. But
like what? Like what? Like you ain't never been butt stupid about some stuff. Like you ain't never made no mistakes. You're making one right now. First of all, you're associated with Roland Martin. Second, you need to go to AA. And third, you can't tell me you're not Yvette Carnell, mama.
Frankly, no. This is not your platform. Go sit someplace and say.
It's not her platform. First of all, Janet Jackson ain't asked to be on nobody platform. She ain't asked to be on no news commentary. She ain't asked to be on no political platform. She ain't asked to be at no political event. Janet Jackson is doing Janet Jackson. It's news reporters in correspondence like your dumb behind that likes to poke the bear and go to these people and ask for looking for something. You're looking for an endorsement. You're looking for an approval. You're looking for backup from some kind of entertainer. And Malcolm X told you what entertainers do, that nobody will take your movement serious if you putting out these entertainers or you putting your trust in these entertainers. This lady put her trust in Janet Jackson, asked her all these questions about her family. Then she gonna shoehorn politics in and got slapped in the face with something she didn't want to hear, and it shocked her, and it's shocking you. Don't shock me. You got what you had coming from. Y'all the one tried to make her political. You did. And you didn't get what you want. Now you want to call her dumb and stupid. You the one that's dumb and stupid.
Saying something unusual. But don't talk this mess. I'm like totally over it. I'm like you. I'm totally over it.
You ain't over nothing, lady. You ain't over nothing. Get out of here. Get from under. Woo. I'm totally over it. I'm totally over it. Get out of here with that mess.
And again, listen, if you don't know, just say you don't know and keep it moving, Omicron.
And if you don't know, now you know. Look, if she don't know, she still can voice her opinion. She can voice what she don't know. She did. She said, I don't know. I haven't watched the news in total, but I heard somebody find out he was white. She told what she heard. Y'all asked her the question. She told what she heard. Why y'all think that's dumb? She just said, I heard. Well, why she got to say it on the thing? Because y'all the one brought it up, and she thought it was a good time to say it. So either way, whether it was facetiously or idiotically, it was good for her to do it. And I'm glad she did, and y'all got your feathers ruffled and your man. But she have every reason to dump on this lady at any time, any place. She had every reason. She was part of the team that came after her family. And she's going up against the person who protected and had her family back. But you don't want to talk about that, Roland. So a lot of people don't know, but they still voice their opinions. And half of these people on your panel is one.
No, but to also make this comment, get all this blowback, and then...
All this blowback? The blowback wasn't all that big. Because a lot of us that came in her aid to back her up and fight on behalf of her. Look at me. I'm going after everybody who went after her. Blowback. That blowback don't mean nothing to Janet Jackson. She can blow back again.
You ain't sat here and so your manager issues an apology, then y'all walk the apology back? So y'all...
That's because she didn't apologize. The manager did. The manager overstepped his boundary. Janet Jackson ain't never apologized. She's in control. What I got to apologize? I said what I said. Whether you like it or not, deal with it, Negro. I didn't tell that fool to go out there and say that. That's why he ain't got no job. And and I should say more, but you ain't gonna like the more I got to say. So shut up. Be quiet. Be quiet. Be quiet, fat boy.
Want the lie to still sit out there? That's dumb.
Again, your person who you're trying to elect is pushing the biggest lie of them all. It's not a lie. It's how she said it. The man got white lineage in him. He may not be fully white himself, but he got white blood. He got white blood. He is Indo-Jamaican, and they identify with Caucasians. His family is Irish. There's Caucasian. You could just say white. So where is there a lie? Doughboy, where is there a lie about her father? See, you bought into this fact that he was black. How? I don't know. Because I don't remember him ever saying that. You looking at somebody and assuming that they're black. Kamala Harris says my dad is from Jamaica, and you assume that's black. Kamala Harris, I don't think she ever said her dad was black. But you all assuming he's black. You guys could be lying.
And all y'all other people, I see some of y'all fools talking about FBA and all that, and talking about, oh, Janet's an icon, Roland Martin, you shilling. All y'all can kiss my entire ass.
He always telling somebody to kiss his. Don't nobody want to kiss. Ugh. You probably like it. You probably want people to kiss your behind. The way you were looking at that dude butt on that video, you like men's behinds. And you probably like men's kissing your behind. And you probably want men. You probably been to a few Diddy parties. I always tell somebody, you are shilling. That's all you do is shill. And yeah, FBA is putting you on blast. You have FBA and you never embrace it. But we putting you on blast. You're a Democratic suck-up. You're part of the cult. You're part of the media arm of the Democratic Party, the black media arm of the Democratic Party, and they pay you to keep black people at bay, to control what they say or think, and that don't work no more. And we calling you out. Kiss your entire behind. When one of us roll up on you in public, Roland, how about you tell us to kiss your entire behind? Did you tell that brother to kiss your entire black behind when he rolled up on you when you was talking that trash and he stepped up to you?
Yesterday, you tweeted about you tweeted and called me dumb yesterday, right? First off, you called me dumb. Say what you got to say right now. Say what you got to say.
Look at this dude. Wait till you see the. No.
You have all this energy on this mic, and it's easy. I can have all this energy behind this camera too. But when you step face to face with somebody who you talk trash about, it's a different story now. Ain't no cameras around now, bro. What's up? You ran like a little punk. You pulled a woman in front of you, you little punk. You pulled a woman in front of you and that guy. You called security. Got all that smoke. Talk all that trash. But in reality, you ain't nothing.
Yo, straight.
Because let me be clear. Ain't nobody beyond getting criticized, whether you Janet Jackson or anybody else.
We don't mind. You could criticize, but don't get mad when we criticize you. You criticize her, and now we're criticizing you. That's why I said fair use, and you can't sit here and try to take this down because I'm criticizing you, and that's part of fair use. Yes, you got a right to criticize Janet Jackson. Your whole entire thing is called Roland blast Janet Jackson for questioning Kamala Harris' blackness. Well, I blast you, and I still question her blackness. We all got a right to question her blackness because we got too many people that come from other countries trying to act like us and trying to be us and trying to get positions of power acting like they one of us. We've got a history now of people doing that, and we gonna start checking your cards. We're not gonna let somebody that's from Nigeria try to act like they're Black American, try to sneak in and try to act like they one of us. No, be a Nigerian. Nothing wrong with that. Be you, man. Don't be coming in here trying to act like one of us. We're not going to let no Indian, we're not going to let no Asian, we ain't going to let no Haitian, we ain't going to let no Jamaican try to come in here and try to be us. No, you be you and let us appreciate you for you. I love Jamaican people. I love Jamaican food. I love Jamaican culture. Don't need you to try to come in and try to cosplay as one of us. That's why a lot of us didn't know Busta Rhymes was Jamaican. He was playing us the whole time. Those days are over with. Now you want to talk trash. Those days are over with. You ain't going to slip in here and slide and try to play the old foolery and fakearoo no more. We going to check your card, man. We going to scrutinize you and check you out. You ain't going to come here saying, acting like you're a Black American and I'm every woman and get out of here with that stuff. You ain't gonna do all that. Be you. Be you. We can appreciate you for you. We love all cultures. Love Black people, especially foundational Black Americans, Native Black American freedmen. We're so appreciative and so expressive and so open to every culture. We appreciate various cultures. We try to go and partake of those cultures. We don't try to be one of them, but we do partake. We can appreciate your style of dress, your style of food, your style of living, your style of music. We can appreciate that, but we ain't trying to be that. We're not trying to make that us. And we don't want you trying to make what we do us. But yet we can still appreciate one another. So yeah, Janet can be criticized, but we can criticize you. And we are. And we're going to continue to do it.
If you say something stupid, guess what? You're going to get called out. Go ahead, Amakongo.
And keep that in mind, Doughboy. Because when you say something stupid, we're going to call you out. Because I think you're stupid for assuming that this man is black. You're stupid. You're stupid for not knowing that this man comes from two different type of Caucasian identities. You're stupid. And you're stupid to sit here and keep pushing this black when she never, ever pushed black until now. And you're stupid from not telling her to be who she really is, Indian. And you're stupid from not reminding her that black people will appreciate and accept you for who you are. But if you try to be something that you're not, especially black, you're going to be shunned from here to kingdom come. And I'm telling you, the truth is going to come out soon.
Yeah, so much for, all of the peace and Rhythm Nation and all of that other type of stuff she was singing about. This is another reminder that our entertainers are not our leaders unless they choose to get out there and do the work. I'm thinking of, the John Legends.
Then why you lean on them? Why you lean on them? You lean on the entertainment class. The Democratic Party lean on Hollywood more than anybody. They get all their funding. They get all it. It was a Hollywood man that started the call for Joe Biden to step down. A Hollywood man, George Clooney. So spare me. Anything you say right here, brother, ain't nothing but a bunch of trash, man. Matter of fact, you ain't worth listening to.
Of the world that people respect towards Vice President Harris. But another thing I want to talk about is that, Vice President Harris's lineage is actually an opportunity for us to reframe the conversation about how we look at race. Because the fact of the matter is that you can't be...
Don't start that stuff, bro. You can't reframe how you look at race. Your race is your race. It ain't got nothing to do with look. It's not look. Let's see what he's going to say.
Half black and half Indian, right? Like, black is a race, Indian is a nationality.
Black is a race. Indian is a nationality, but Indian is also a race. India was named after Indians. The country was not named as a region. It was named for the people. But you should know that because you're on TV. We have native Indians. We have Indians here in the United States. We have black Indians and we got red Indians. Indian is a race. Indian is a race, bro. But what make you think Kamala Harris' daddy is black? Let me hear your evidence on the fact that you believe that Professor Harris is black. He may identify as black. Let me tell you something. When Harris left Jamaica to get his doctorate at Berkeley, it was during the height of the civil rights movement. For you to separate yourself from the movement would make you, like I said before, a lot of people when they came into the United States and went to college like Berkeley, they immediately gravitated toward the Black Power movement. Now, Shamala tried to do that, but she couldn't blend in because she was too much of an Indian. But yet we still would receive anybody in our movement because that's how thorough and open we are. Donald gets in there, he immediately infiltrates. You see the footage of Donald. Look like he got kinky hair. Is low. Not quite dark Jamaican dark, but light skin. Do you know that Indo-Jamaicans have kinky hair? Indo-Jamaicans have fair skin? And in America, we would consider them black because they look black, but look don't make you black. Because like I said, anybody can have it. It's your lineage, it's your bloodline. That's what matters.
President Harris's lineage is actually an opportunity for us to reframe the conversation about how we look at race. Because the fact of the matter is that you can't be half black and half Indian, right? Like, black is a race, Indian is a nationality. She is a black American woman of Indian and Jamaican heritage.
Where's she black, dude? Indian has a color. They have various colors in India. There's various shades of Indians, just like there's various shades of blackness. But just cause you have a shade of skin don't make you black. There's dark-skinned Indians. They don't consider themselves black. They still consider themselves Caucasians. You got fair-skinned Indian. They still consider themselves Caucasian. You got Indians that can cosplay as almost white, but they still consider themselves Caucasian. Donald Harris is Indian which is Caucasian, and Irish, which is Caucasian. Brother, you don't see nothing black in his lineage. You go look at the birth records. You go look at the regions. You go look at the family tree. There's no black in it. Kamala Harris can talk all this track, but she's not trying black people on stage when it comes to her Jamaican side of the family. Your conversation that you're having right now has nothing to do with Kamala Harris' daddy or Kamala Harris, because that's not her. I repeat to you, he's Indo-Jamaican. Indian born in Jamaica. Indian born in Jamaica. Other side, Irish, born in Jamaica. So you're talking about Indo-Irish Jamaican, not black, brother. Not black.
Like, it's like religion, like saying you have British and half Muslim or something, right? So her beautiful heritage gives us an opportunity to really reframe and understand race a little bit better in America. It should be an opportunity for a conversation as opposed to all of this argument and all of this ignorance.
Roland ain't gonna have no conversation because he don't want to talk the truth. Brother, you need to just stop.
Ignorance and all this hate at a woman who was just like Julianne Bond.
Nobody's hating just because we don't agree with her. Now, Janet Jackson have every right to hate this lady. Every right to hate this lady. But we in the Black Grassroots Movement, we FBAs, we're not hating. We hate what she's doing, but we don't hate her. Got nothing to do with her. We just don't hate. We gonna really be critical. We gonna always be critical and ride hard somebody that's identified as one culture most of her life, especially running for office and obtaining power. But now when she wants the ultimate power, she want to turn our way. Get the hell out of here with that mess.
Julian Bond said, if you dissect America, the letters spell out I am race. So really, at the end of the day, what you're doing, Roland, what Dr. Marvo's talking about, like all of us can use her heritage as an opportunity to reframe the conversation. And all of these folks who are staying ignorant out there, and if you're not going to come out and apologize and recognize how wrong you are, then we have no choice but to call you out, no matter how much we love your music. That does not give you a pass.
And you people who don't understand how wrong you are, and we'll call you out, and no matter who you are, won't get a pass. That's how much we care about black. We care about black so much that we're not just going to let people come in to our space. We've opened this country to the world. Black people fought to change the immigration laws. If we didn't do that, Roland Martin probably would have been born in Jamaica, in Haiti. We wouldn't have this diaspora coming into the United States like it has in the past 20, 30 years, 40, 50. We don't hate Kamala Harris. We just hate what Kamala Harris is doing in her presidencies. We strongly believe she's Rachel Dollazaring her way to an election. And we are skeptical. And we have a right to be skeptical. And we have a right to push back with our skepticism. The skepticism is most of the time you ran for power, you ran as an Indian, not black. But yet you use that power against black people more than anything. Against black people more than anybody. You literally took Joe Biden's crime bill that was designed to hurt the black community, and you perfected in California to the point that the Governor Schwarzenegger, decided to pick up some of that stuff. Sherrod Brown decided to pick up some of that stuff. You did a good job being the Indian woman, not the black woman, because running as a black woman that's harming the black community would be a detriment to her, and her career wouldn't have went that forward from there. But running as the Indian woman that does that to the black community can solidify that, because some black people are okay with that in the Asian community, which is big in California, especially Pacific Island, especially in San Francisco. And the Filipino population is huge. I mean, Singapore probably is huge. For you identifying that, and I get it, it's smart to do that, and that's who you really are. It's easy for you to do that. But when you come over here and start running for a position of power claiming to be black, we gonna pull your card. We gonna check you. We gonna talk to you. We gonna say, black people don't do that bathtub washing green stuff. Black people don't do this. What do you mean you black? Oh, my father was black and my mother raised us as black. Well, how the hell she gonna do that? See, we gonna pull your card and we gonna say, why? We got too many people infiltrating our community only to damage it, only to hurt it. Kamala Harris being black shouldn't matter if she always walked around and conducted herself in life as a black woman. But she never did that. She didn't start doing that until she got to Howard, maybe, where she took that time to emulate and cosplay and pick up notes on how to be black when she's really Indian. Come back to Oakland, California, use that blackness to win black people on her side, and then, but yet at the same time, tout her Asian popularity, her Asian bloodline to win the Asians, working both sides of the aisle. And California people are a little freer. They're not like some people like down south and stuff like that. We're going to pull your card. The days are gone where you're just going to cosplay us. It's going to be easy to find you out. There's too many signs to show that you're not really one of us. That's why we gravitate to that song, They're Not Like Us. Because there's too many things that's going to give you a way to prove that you're not one of us. And Kamala Harris got a history of doing that. Let me finish this and I'm done.
Pass. If you say something dumb, And that's the piece right there, Jade. I don't care. You don't get a pass. If you say something dumb and then you don't want to correct it and say, hey, y'all, my bad. I got some bad information. I appreciate y'all. Let me know what the truth is. But the reality is the reporter told you the damn truth.
And she don't care. Because who is telling the truth? That's the point. You think you know the truth. Kamala thinks she know the truth. Because like I said, Kamala, the truth that we told, the truth oftentimes end up being a lie. What do you mean by that, Robert? It wasn't truth at all. You just assume it was the truth. You can't assume it. Roland Martin, you're assuming this is the truth about her dad. And the rest of you three on the panel, you assume that this is truth about her dad. But because you guys are Kamala shields, even if you find out it wasn't, you're going to say, that's okay. She black enough for me. She black enough for me. Like D.L. Hughley. She went to a black university. She dated a black man named Willie Brown, and she played black sorority. That's black enough. Even when we've proven that she's not, even it's proven that she's Indo-Asian Irish, even though it's proven, you're still going to say she's black. Even though the truth, the thing that you thought was true was really a lie, you're not going to sit there and say I was wrong. You're not going to sit there and do what you want her to do. I was wrong. I didn't know. You're going to sit there and say, well, whatever. She's still black in my book. That's what you all going to do. I'm closing with this. I don't even want to hear this other lady talk. Roland just keep talking the same old gibberish trash. Let me get over here and talk to you guys before we go. Guys, I'm not going to play around with this. It's been 2 hours. Jesus. Folks, my main thing concerning politics, it's not the personalities, it's the policies. I don't give a crap about what Trump has done. God is a God of grace, and God will forgive you of grace. I really don't care about the things that Kamala done, the sleeping around, horning around with Willie, and, working, sleeping around her way to the top. Okay, all right. Jezebel spirit, all right. Con artist spirit over here. All right. The convictions, that stuff don't bother me. I got friends that got convicted and come out of jail. They family loving, God fearing people, and they change. People change. Policies is the most important thing to me, and that's what I stick by. But when it come to cosplaying, when it come to using my people, manipulating my people, when it comes to seeing my people fight, it's so hard for somebody who just started identifying fully as black. When most of her life she identified as South Asian Indian. And my people are fighting desperate, ready to cut you. When you said, well, she's not black. What? No, he didn't just say that. Oh, no, get out of my house. Get out of my house. Get out. It's over with the relationship. I'm getting a divorce. Man, if you don't sit your behind down, that lady ain't that important. All I know is the record of legislating. California record is legislating, and I know Trump record of legislating. I look at which one harmed my community the most. Hers did. Not saying Trump don't have the ability to do that. He does. But so far, he haven't. Will he do it if he get elected now? I don't know. But I know she has a track record, and she hasn't repent for it. She's awful arrogant, just like Trump. Trump don't repent. She's awful arrogant about it. Messed up a lot of brothers' lives, separated them from their wives and kids. A lot of them end up dying in jail, dying for forest fires. Had issues with police cams and police brutality throughout California, oftentimes siding with the police. Yet she holler Kamala for the people. Past, present, future policies are the most important thing to me. But because I love my black people and I see somebody trying to cosplay as one of us, I don't care if it's on the right or the left. If I see you cosplaying one of us and you ain't really black, and we can tell, again, I'm going to tell you again, Roland Martin and everybody, brothers from the streets can tell. We got a smell test. We can tell whether you're black enough, and we definitely can tell whether you're black American, whether you're foundational black American. Kamala Harris isn't that. She's a full-blown tether. And I don't want no tether in the White House. I don't want no con artist in the White House. But the tether has the ability to damage the black community more so than the con artist. Why? Because she's infiltrated. And some of the great ventures, the great plans, the great mandates of the black class often get thwarted because infiltrators came in to thwart it, or to destroy it, or to dismantle it. Black folks, we can't let that happen. So Roland Martin can sit there and criticize whoever they want, whether he call them wrong and whether he get upset and have an aneurysm or a heart attack or whatever because they didn't repent and didn't apologize and didn't retract their statement and things like that. At the end of the day, it don't matter. People are entitled to their own opinion. They're entitled to express it. And either we deal with it, ignore it, or what. We don't, you know what I mean? What you gonna do? She said it. What you gonna do? She ain't taking it back. What you gonna do, Roland? She's the least of your words because there's an army of us like that. The song said Kamala ain't black and her daddy ain't either. There's a song. Pretty song. You can look it up on TikTok. You'll laugh at the song. But no, she need to be herself. Black people are so loving that we don't mind if you're Indian or white or Jamaican or whatever. We don't mind as long as you don't do things to hurt us. And honestly speaking, most of us foundational black Americans will rather see a foundational black American in that position because that's a just due reward. That's a type of reparation for us. It ain't reparation, but it's a type of reparation to see one of us, a real foundational black American. Well, you had Barack Obama, not foundational black American. See, one of the reasons Barack Obama didn't feel the need to really go over and above for the black community is because he's two sides to Obama. And oftentimes he'll tap into his white side. He'll tap into the white side more than he does the black side. And even that black side is not foundational. It's not to the soil. It's not going back to before the colonial, before they came to colonize, because blacks were doing business and trade here with black Indians and stuff like that. So we've always existed here in this land. But Barack Obama's dad was Kenyan. So he have no foundational black roots in him. So that's why we were not surprised because he didn't do anything for us because he didn't feel obligated to do anything he's going to do something for is for his people in Kenya or his white side, which he did. The first bill that he signed was the Lilly Ledbetter Act that brought white women majority equal pay, people like his mother. So all that stuff matters. But yeah, Janet Jackson said Kamala daddy is Caucasian, white. She didn't say Caucasian, she just said white. That's what I heard. And why you ask me these all gonna question? You know that lady tried to go after my brother? She didn't say that. Janet Jackson's a class act. She did not say that. But that lady tried to come after my brother. And you want me to have some love for her? Damn you and damn that lady. You both can go to hell. Now, I'm not damning nobody, but I can see Janet doing that. Go to hell. You both. There's that, Roland. You need to sit your butt down. Janet Jackson, I'm proud of you. You got every reason to voice your opinion. You got every reason to fire that person talking for you. You got every reason not to apologize because there's nothing to apologize for. You had every right to do that. Do it again and again and again. And I thank you for standing up for your brother. Now, thank God that you didn't endorse the person who had your brother's back, Donald Trump. But I'm glad you didn't endorse him in the face of these Democrats. They would have had a hissy fit. And it would have went down on you like right on rice. Because they just can't handle somebody not going along with them. Why? Because they're in the cult group. And it's hard for them to get out. And an intervention takes more than 1 or 2, 3 times. The situation with the flood and $750, it's a slap in the wrist to black society or any society. Anyway, I'm done. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Support the stream with the number below over here. If you want to visit the website. Check out my music, Bobby Beautiful, Bobby with a hyphen, Beautiful. I do write music and I do have people saying, go check it out. It's on YouTube. It's for free. Or buy the album if you like it from Spotify, things like that. Yeah, I'm going after every last one of you. Janet Jackson got every reason to do what she did, and I'm all for it, and I'm happy for it, and yippee-ki-yay, and you don't owe nobody no doggone apology, and if they go after you, we gonna go after them. We got your back, girl, whether they like it or not. You're coming for her, we're coming for you. You gonna roast her, we gonna roast you too. Good morning and good night.